Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chit the Chat podcast. I'm Dallin.
I'm Jace.
And I'm Joe.
We're going to be talking about everything that's been happening this week. Joe, how's your week been?
It's been pretty busy.
What do you got going on?
Well, we helped Jace move. Jace moved into a new apartment.
I did.
How's that going, Jacer?
Nothing is unpacked. I unpacked 3 boxes today, and it felt like a huge accomplishment.
Wow.
There are mountains of boxes.
Did you get
just
your bed
everywhere.
set up?
Yes, I did that night, and I about died. We don't have a box spring, so we have fence slats that are like they go on the bed frame, and I forgot to put those on. So when I sat down on the bed, I like fell a foot after I hit, and I about died. I had like this little heart attack, and I just flipped the entire bed with all the bedding on it, and put the slats back on, and then just fell asleep.
For those of you that think you heard fence slats, you're right. It is literally pieces of a fence.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was the cheapest piece of wood at Home Depot.
So you just like make the bed yourself?
No, like the mattress is fine. We have a bed frame. We just don't have a box spring.
Right.
So we just need something,
needed something
solid
underneath it. I see.
Right, and just like a big sheet of plywood was more expensive than buying fence.
And you say this as if you guys are like good carpenters or something like that.
No,
but,
they're just laying down on the bed frame.
Yeah, but I mean, you had the idea at least.
Oh,
But
that
you
was
guys
Charlie's idea,
also
to be fair.
had a bookcase
Oh, dear, the bookcase.
that was not so well put together.
Listen, my wife had a great time putting it together for me here.
And Charlie did her best. It was great. I mean,
it worked
it
well.
worked
at the
while
apartment.
it was in the apartment.
Right.
It was just leaning like 20 degrees.
But none of you noticed until we started
Did not
moving.
survive me and Dallin trying to move it.
No, from the sound of it, you guys tried to put it up upside down.
No,
We did not.
It was right side up.
We
So
put it
how
up.
was it upside down when I saw it?
Because my lovely, beautiful wife thought that it was upside down. And so she had us turn it over. In the process of turning it over, we broke it more.
More. It was broken prior to the flipping.
But
Okay.
it broke a little bit more. And then we convinced you guys to just let us throw it away.
Well, listen, I wanted to throw it away before we moved it, but Charlie
Well,
was not.
You
gonna
now
have
had an
that.
excuse.
Right.
And in the process of going up the stairs, Dallin was going up the stairs first.
Oh, yeah.
And I was
Right.
going up the stairs second. And the top part just fell right on my head.
It
Yeah,
broke in half.
it
on
broke
top of
in
Joe.
half and just smashed Joe in the head.
It sucked a lot. I've been beaten up these last few days.
Yeah? What else happened?
Last night I went to see Lionheart, which is like my favorite hardcore
You've been
band
moshing?
ever. I was so excited. I got punched in the eye,
There
and
you
it hurt
go.
a lot,
Whoa.
but it was super fun. And the kid didn't
Moshing?
mean to. Yeah, the kid didn't mean to. He apologized to me. It's all cool.
Oh.
But so my eye hurts super bad.
Right.
And then I tell this story to my friend at work who I was playing ping pong with, as I do.
And he hit you in the face.
No, he didn't even.
Oh.
We were just warming up. I've never hit myself in the eye with a ping pong ball before.
Not
Until,
many people have.
well, because yesterday I got hit in the eye at a concert. Today, ping pong ball came up and hit me right at the exact spot that it hurts in my eye.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's called the luck of the Joe right there.
Well,
Beautiful.
I'm pretty sure that just is what happens. Anytime you get hurt, like you're going to get hurt there again.
That's fair.
Soon. Like you can't go a full week without getting hit there again.
I can't go a full week.
It's
without
like
in
stubbing
general,
your toe. You're going to hit it 3 more times that night. Like,
so.
it's bad.
But Lionheart was very, very fun to see live. I've always wanted to see him live. I got to be up front. The guy was putting the mic in my face, and I was yelling all the lyrics. It was way fun.
There you
So
go.
I was super stoked about
You
it.
pretty sore other than your eye?
My back hurts way bad.
Okay.
But also, it was at the worst venue in Utah, the loading dock. It's-
I have not heard
that's
good things.
So
like
small.
a lot of people who were going to go to this show are instead in Pocatello right now at
Mm.
that show there and didn't go to the show yesterday.
Just because it was a
I
bad
was
venue.
gonna go to that show in Pocatello, but we just decided it was just gonna be too much money and just not worth it. So I went to the
Right.
one in Salt Lake, but it was still super fun, even though it's a crappy venue.
That's
Yeah,
good.
the loading dock is literally a garage.
It's literally a
It
loading
is a
dock
loading
with a roof
dock,
over it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
And driving to it, I brought a friend who'd never been to a hardcore show before. And when I said the venue is literally from the back of my car to the front of the car in front of us, he's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "No, it's super is."
Yeah.
So, but it was fun.
Concerts are fun. I've been to 2 concerts.
Oh wow!
And at both of them, I've had the time of my life. And I wish I had gone to more.
Wasn't Avatar like a pretty big thing though?
No, Avatar is a pretty small band.
Oh, I thought that was like a big deal.
No.
Oh.
No, the
You
big deal
talked it
was-
up.
Oh, it was fun. It was so much fun. Instead of having a intro band, they had a circus group. That's how like
weird.
that's like how the band got together. Is they were like the band for this circus group,
Oh, I see.
and then they eventually became bigger than the circus. And so now
I've
the
never
circus
even
group,
heard of this band before.
they're pretty fun. I like them. I mean, they're hard screamo kind of music,
Right.
but the circus that did the intro for them, it was crazy. Like they were like a Daredevil kind of Black Sabbath type circus.
Sure.
It's like one guy, he like took a screwdriver and he put a condom on top of it,
Interesting.
and then he stabbed that through his eye.
Well, I mean, safety.
Yeah, and then that's what he said. That was the joke he made. He's like, you always got to be safe. Stab it through his eye, and then reached into his nose and pulled it out of the bottom of his nose.
You said a screwdriver.
The condom.
I think he used
man,
the screwdriver
I
to
was
put
like, is
that.
it a bendy screwdriver? I don't understand what's happening right now.
No, so
The condom. Now that makes
took
sense.
the
That's
screwdriver
super
out
disgusting.
and took the condom, and then just started to floss it.
Oh
between his
my
eyeball
goodness.
and his
I'm
nose.
going to throw up. That's horrendous.
It was disgusting, but wow, it was cool. And another guy, he had like a nose piercing that was supposed to be like the toughest nose ever. It's like he took a hay hook and hooked it through his nose, and took a bowling ball and like hooked it onto the hay hook, and it was like swinging a bowling ball around.
How do you think he discovered this talent?
I don't know, but he's been on the Ellen show for it. He's
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've made it, I guess.
Well, Ellen's pretty big.
Ellen would
I,
love to be
I
on the
don't
show.
watch it, but
Yeah. But yeah, that's what they did, and it was so cool. It was so entertaining, and then the band obviously was
fun.
Was way fun.
What was the other concert you've been to, though?
It was Godsmack and Shinedown.
that would
Dad
be a
rock.
That was a big one.
I would
Yeah,
enjoy
Dad Rock,
that.
But I only went because my brother bought me the ticket. And so, how do you not go to a free concert?
Right.
I didn't think Shinedown was a very big band.
Oh, I love
Shinedown's a
Shinedown.
huge band.
I didn't know. I know like two songs,
Especially in the dad rock scene.
Yeah.
I know like two songs from them, and while I was there were just so many Shinedown shirts, way
Right.
more than Godsmack shirts. I'm like,
Yeah, I would say definitely for sure Shinedown's bigger than Godsmack.
I was like, I thought everyone was here for Godsmack. Like I'd never heard of Shine. Like I barely heard of Shinedown.
As we were going to the concert last night, I was kind of explaining it to Carson, the kid who went with us, and he said, "Well, I've been to a show before. I went to Five Finger Death Punch." I'm like, "Yeah, that's super not the same thing.
Yeah, that's not the same kind of music.
That's just Nickelback for alcoholics. It's not the same thing at all."
Listen, both bands are good.
I'm sorry
I
to
like-
offend any Five Finger Death Punch
I
fans.
like Five Finger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you're outnumbered here.
People who listen to Chit the Chat #1, there were a few people who suggested that I should be nicer to Dallin. This is me and Dallin's relationship.
It is how they actually work with each other.
We love each other. We're great friends, but making fun of him is, that's just what we do.
It's been since day one, I'm pretty sure. Like, played football, like, day one he saw me, he's like, "You're weird."
Yeah.
I just made fun of him from there.
I mean,
it worked out.
Yeah.
To be fair, I make it pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
I'm just
everyone.
looking out for you. I'm trying to make it so you don't make it easy for other people to make fun of you, so I just help out.
That's fair.
I don't follow.
It makes sense.
Okay, I'm glad it makes sense.
It's like sanding a piece of wood, right?
I don't think
You're the piece of wood, I'm the sandpaper.
No. I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm pretty sure that's not how that
You don't
works.
like that analogy?
No.
You're right. It hasn't worked so far.
Absolutely brutal. I was explaining to my family, like, my whole life, I'm the butt end of jokes. Like, that's just how I live.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the youngest in my family, and every joke has come and shot right at me.
And that's how I am around my family, so I just take it out on you.
Oh, thanks. I'm not capable of taking it out on people. I really.
You do absorb it fairly well.
Yeah. If you got more upset.
Well, Dallin gets really upset like once in a blue moon.
I have noticed
But
when I've said something and it's upset down, and then I feel really bad about it.
Well, he'll get upset, but he'll like take it pretty well. But then every now and then he'll get really upset, and he will just like snap. Right. And that day you're done with Dallin. Tomorrow he'll be fine. He'll be all cheery and everything. It doesn't matter. But that day you're done with Dallin.
Yeah, there are times, especially when I'm tired. I usually just wake up in the morning, and if it was just had a really bad night's sleep, I tell myself, like, you know what? I'm really tired. I'm gonna be a real jerk today. I have an excuse
You
because
pick
I'm
your
tired.
days.
Yeah.
So today we do stand-ups in the morning. Well, because I do quality assurance for like a bunch of different teams, so I go to multiple stand-ups. But I was going to one today.
Explain what a stand-up is.
It's just like a morning meeting where we talk about what we're doing with our day.
Okay.
I was going to one today, and the project manager said to me, "Why are you so ornery all the time?"
Because it's early in the morning.
No, that's just who I am.
Okay,
but my
so
answer
he
to him,
thinks that
he thinks it's
regular
just
you
in the
is
morning.
ornery.
Yeah,
Okay.
he thinks that I'm nice. For some reason, another time. But my actual answer to him was, I do QA. Because all the quality assurance people kind of have the same outlook on life. We have to.
Okay.
But, Dallin, you came into this podcast super excited to tell us a story, and I'm very excited to hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Enlighten us.
This is a heck of a story. So I told you earlier in the week.
Heck of a story.
It's painful, and I'm gonna get a lot of lashback for it, but I think it's good. So, see, this is why I set myself
I'm
up.
so excited right now.
So I told you earlier that I was gonna be donating plasma this week, right? Super not for me.
Did you pass out, please?
That's about how I work. Like I refuse to do it when they have to take my blood for like tests and stuff. I have to lay down, and I will have to sit there for like 10 minutes on the table.
Difference. They put all the blood back.
Mm-hmm, they put the blood back. So
I think that would feel weirder.
Well,
it's weird. So you have to go, and it's like you have to do a physical, make sure you're all safe. You have to sign a bunch of papers and stuff,
right.
And then they go suck you dry. So
they don't suck you dry. They give it all back.
Okay, the phlebotomist told me he's like, yeah, you have about 6 liters. When I finished, he's like, yeah, you have about 6 liters of blood in you. The machine processed 2.9 liters today. I'm like, so literally half of me.
Yeah, but it goes back.
Yeah, it's back, so it's fine. But anyways, so
it was the numbers that freaked out.
I went in there, and then
that's how analytical Dallin is.
Yeah, I'm pretty numbers oriented.
Yeah.
So when I walked in the back, I didn't realize how much of like literally a farm it is. Like there's just rows and rows and rows of these machines, and just people hooked up to machines with tubes.
Well, you went to the
plasma gets used a lot.
It does. It's incredible. This is not part of the story, but they had like facts about it. They said you have to donate 10 times for you to give enough plasma to treat one person once.
Well, and that depends on the particular shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my brother actually runs one of these places, the assistant manager. And I don't remember exactly what plasma thing it was, but it takes 1,000 donations to last somebody for a year.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think they go through it though.
How often can you donate?
Twice a week. With at least a 24-hour period in between.
I used to do it all the time before I got the job that I have now.
That's more often than I thought you could.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was like every other
week. It actually gives you pretty decent money.
It's pretty decent.
So anyways, why was this not for you?
This story. So I had been told to drink everything under the sun and to eat a lot because donating plasma takes a lot out of you. Yeah, by Joe.
Did you have like juice after?
No, I didn't.
Did you have tea the whole time?
I brought a granola bar. No, I didn't have tea.
That was always my problem.
The procedure was okay. The guy next to me, I was kind of worried when I was getting stuck. And the guy next to me was like, don't worry, I've come here for 4 years, twice a week for 4 years. Nothing's ever had a problem. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
The dude broke the needle.
Wow. So a new person was there sticking in.
Oh.
And the guy
sticking him?
Yeah, the guy, the veteran.
The vet.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said to the new guy, he's like, I really like Braden. I think his name was. I really like Braden. Could Braden maybe stick me? And Braden came over and he's like, look, I've been training this guy personally. I think he's been doing good.
Okay, so this dude signed him off.
You're good. Okay. Yeah. And he's like, all right, I guess if Braden says you're good, let's do it. And like halfway through his session, like 20 minutes in, he raises his hand. He's like, I'm
dying.
I'm feeling a lot of pain and pressure in my arm. And the guy had messed it up. Nice. And he was like, he looks at me and he's like, I swear, this doesn't happen.
And had you been stuck yet?
Huh?
Had you been stuck
yet?
I
had been
stuck.
Okay,
I gotta say, I would have walked away after
that. I was about halfway through with mine. And I'm like, cool. So
did the same guy stick you?
No.
Okay,
Braden
so you got lucky.
Me.
Oh, good.
Braden
Thank you,
me.
Braden.
I felt great.
Shout out.
So I left, and I was feeling perfectly fine. I was like, I got $60. This is a great use of my time.
How long did it take you?
Like 45 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it takes longer the first time because you do the physical and everything.
Well, yeah, that part took like 3 hours.
Yeah, so it takes a little while. But once you go, it takes me like 80 minutes to donate, though.
Really?
Yeah, I just suck.
That
Or-
sucks.
I wouldn't
Anyways,
leave the facility
so-
that day.
As I was leaving the facility, I'm like, yep, I feel great. I guess I drank plenty of water because I do drink a lot of water.
Right.
And I'm like, I guess I've eaten enough. I got in my car and ate a granola bar on the drive home.
Perfect.
I'm like, I'm great. I got home and the guy told me to eat a lot of protein.
Mhm.
So I ate like a few eggs and I was like, all right, I'm good. I did some homework and went to bed.
Sure.
At like 3:30 or 4 a.m., I woke up and I was the hungriest I've ever been in my entire life.
Mm.
I could not stand this. And I was rolling around trying to and I'm like, if I go back to sleep, make it till breakfast, I'll be good. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. So I stood up and I went down to my kitchen and I thought maybe I just needed to drink more. So I'll chug this bottle of water. I chugged a whole bottle of water.
Water, not milk.
Yeah.
That's surprising for your family.
I needed water.
Okay.
So I just chugged a whole bottle of water and I was like, well, now I have to go to the bathroom. And so as I started walking to the bathroom, I felt like wobbly.
Good.
And I'm like, oh no. And I made it to the bathroom and I started going to the bathroom.
Did you sit down?
No,
This
just
is-
You
number
should
one.
have sat down.
Just number one, standing there,
Never mind.
peeing. And right around, I'm like, this is not good. And right around the time, I'm like, all right, I think I'm done. Time to flush.
I think I'm done.
And
I
went-
love the story of you peeing right now.
I
This is
went
great. This is
reaching
beautiful.
for the handle to flush
Did you pass out?
and passed out right then and
Dude.
there.
Oh, nice.
You can see a red mark right on my forehead where I hit the top of the toilet bowl.
There you go.
That is so awesome.
I
So that is not like so. I got
This-
a
hang
strip
on.
shot. Oh, go ahead.
This
He's
isn't the
not
first
done.
time this has happened to me.
This happened to me.
It's terrible. Is
While
it just
peeing.
when you're peeing?
Yeah. So I got a not because of plasma. Had nothing to do with plasma.
So the first time it happened to me was when I got my wisdom teeth surgery. It was in the same bathroom. I hit my head on the same toilet.
I think it's the bathroom.
But anyways,
That
so
bathroom is pretty nauseating. And the one downstairs?
yeah, so
Yeah.
I was
What's
blacked out.
nauseating?
I was blacked out, and eventually I woke up, and my right hand was in the toilet, just soaking in my piss. And
I was about to ask if you had gotten the flush out before
no,
you
I hadn't
passed
reached
out.
it. And I got up and I looked, and I hadn't moved my right hand. And I'm like,
How long had you been laying there? Do you have any idea?
It could have been.
It
any
could have been
amount
5
of-
minutes.
it
Could have been an
yeah,
hour.
It
Your
could have
hand
been
soaking
any
in piss.
amount of time.
This is beautiful.
And I got up
I
and
love
I
everything about this.
I
Your
stood
hand
up,
looks fine.
and
so
I washed
that's
my
good.
hand very well.
Good to know.
I would hope so.
And
Ladies down, single.
that was the opportune time to plug that in there.
That's what we're gonna say.
Yeah, I washed my hands very well after crisis. So I ended up making it to the fridge, and I'm like, all right, water's clearly not going to do it. I'm just going to have to pound everything I can see. So I ate like 3 packets of applesauce and like 2 yogurts and everything I could.
So
And all of this while I was sitting on the floor because I just couldn't stand.
my passing out while peeing story. I think I was probably like 16, 15, and I had a strep shot, which they give you in the butt. Not like
the big
in
ones.
the butt, just like in the butt sheet. I guess
Uh-huh.
I should specify. But anyways, then I had to pee, and I remember peeing, and then I remember the ceiling, and I did not know what happened in
See-
between.
So you went backwards rather than forward.
Yeah, because I didn't hit my head. I don't think.
Uh-huh.
But then I like walked out of the bathroom. My mom was like standing by the bathroom because I guess I had been in there a long time. I think I remember like waking
Did
up.
you
to
make
her,
a
like,
lot of
knocking on the
sound?
door. Probably. I
That
don't
would
know.
probably be why she was
But
there.
I opened the door and I was just like, I think I passed out, and then I just fell on my mom, who was like 4'9" on a good day, right?
Right.
Who's trying to hold me up. At the time, I weighed like 195 because of football or something like that. It was great. She had to like try and carry me
As a
back into the
16-year-old.
room. Yeah. Good times.
Now, why did you pass out?
I don't know. I don't like needles in the butt. In the butt
Well,
cheek.
how
Again,
long
specify.
after? How long after?
It had
that
been like
was that?
2 minutes. I
Oh,
thought I was
okay.
gonna.
I
I think
thought
I
you had, like,
originally went to
made
the
it
bathroom
home
because I
or
thought I was
something.
gonna throw up because sometimes I throw up, as we all
Okay.
know, often. But then I decided to pee instead, and then I guess my body decided that the ground was a good place to be. So
See,
All right.
yeah, I definitely blacked out because I don't remember falling.
yeah,
Like, I remember trying to flush, and I remember waking up on the ground.
I wonder if there's a statistic of how many people have passed out while peeing and hit their head and died. That's
I mean,
an intriguing
I'm
fact
sure
to me.
that that's something that we could find out if we
Really
asked.
wanted to Google it.
Yeah.
It's
I
time
don't think I need that in my search history.
It's time to find out. Everyone who's listening, please, if you've peed, if you've passed out after a surgery,
leave us a comment if you passed out while peeing. That's, I mean,
that
Let's
is the number that they're asking for.
we're gonna figure this out. Contact Yale or Harvard.
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 How else would you say it?
Harvard. There is
how
no
you say
D
it.
in the middle.
You
Sure.
Yes, very
so,
sure.
Dallin, what
Okay.
did you do before the podcast today? Because you never said.
What did I mean, I did a ton of things.
No,
I
before
lived
you
my
said
life.
you said you were laying what?
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 Oh, laying sod.
Oh,
So how do you spell sod?
Clearly, you spell it with an O.
Okay. What did you say in the Slack message to us today of
I-
how you spelled sod? How
I
did you
said-
spell it?
I said SAUD,
I had no idea what you were talking
but
about.
that pronounces sod.
it does pronounce
It-
as
the
sod.
facts check out, I guess.
It would with a W
And
as well.
here's my
but-
problem.
You made it infinitely more complicated.
Here's-
You only added one letter, but still.
Everything in the English language is spelled so wrong. If there's
S-O-D. It's literally the easiest word to spell.
and that's why it couldn't be that easy.
Oh my god.
I
do you-
had to.
To be fair,
S-A-U-D is not a word. So your phone had to recognize, or whatever device you use to type this in.
I'm pretty sure
it puts
Dallin
a
has
line underneath
autocorrect
it or
turned
something.
off. Because even in he was making a Facebook post the other day and was like having us look at it.
3 revisions of
Yeah.
this post after he had put it up.
Posted it. And one of the words in the post was at the top of the page.
Yeah, because we were talking about it in the future. We
You
plan on
can't
doing-
see the top of the page when you're making a post about
You
it.
But you
can on
can
your
after
phone.
you posted.
Yeah,
Did
after
you
I
use-
posted.
But you
But I can't
you
look at them at the same
revised
time.
it 3 times.
I texted you and told you spelled it wrong with the correct way to spell it, and you spelled it wrong again.
I kept looking at
This
it
is
and I'm like,
all
that's the
accurate.
same. Look, there's
No,
a
it's
lot
not.
of there's a lot of letters in entrepreneur.
That is
I
a hard
can-
one to spell.
I can miss one, Joe.
So the Facebook post was, in the future, we plan on doing a business and entrepreneur podcast, which we're very excited about, and we're going to continue to work it on. We're just doing a few Chit the Chats as we kind of learn to podcast do. We will continue to do Chit the Chats as we do this other podcast. But, and
Yeah.
what else? And then you spelled ideas, I-D-A-S, and I texted you and told you spelled it wrong, and you didn't fix it.
See, here's
And
the
then
thing.
you fixed it when you fixed entrepreneur for the 18th time.
Okay, so interesting fact about reading. So when you're reading, you don't read letters, you read shapes. And ideas with an E and an A switched the other way is the same shape.
But you didn't have the E.
You didn't have the E.
well, forget
No,
about
you
that.
added the
No,
E the second
that's-
time.
I kept reading over it, and I'm like, it's the same word. What is Joe talking about? I read it like 3 times, and I'm like, what? Nothing's wrong here. Also, I did type, "Hey Joe, do you want to go lay sod together?"
Laid
SAUD.
Sound.
SAUD, and my phone was like, "Yep, good to go."
Did you say laid?
I
sod?
said lay,
Okay.
but yeah.
You asked
One
me if I
thing-
wanted to go lay sod with you?
I don't
Well, I
think
mean, I
that he
just
sent
typed
it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember this
Send it.
conversation at all.
But one thing I hate about my phone's autocorrect is it keeps autocorrecting words to have capitals to them. Every
That's
time
weird.
I type "cool," it's like, "Oh, so you want cool with a capital C?"
It's probably because you generally send a
No.
message of just cool. And
No.
so it thinks that's what you're going to say.
Cool
The
beans,
worst-
maybe.
No, the worst is that's THAT
That
apostrophe
capitalizes?
S every time.
Something is wrong
Yeah,
with your
there's something
phone.
wrong with your phone.
There's
You
a
gotta
lot of
set-
things wrong with my phone.
You got to figure out a setting.
I can't.
But I cannot blame just your phone on your spelling issues. This has been an ongoing problem.
It's true. You've been like that literally since the day you were born.
We were,
Microsoft Word has been a saving grace.
we were playing, what were we playing? When he spelled something wrong on the
Oh.
game.
Oh, Quiplash.
We were playing Quiplash, which is a, what's it called, Jackbox game?
Jackbox. Yeah.
Where pretty much you're trying to pretend to
Oh,
answer as the computer.
that was fibbage.
Oh yeah, you're trying to pretend to answer as the computer. Well, that's very hard for Dallin to do because you always know which one's his,
I know what one you're talking about though, and I googled it.
and you Googled
Oh,
it
that-
incorrectly somehow.
no,
'cause
I
you
no.
still
googled
spelled
it
wrong.
Listen.
to make sure I would spell it right
You
because it
didn't
was a rough word to spell.
That specific one was in drawful. So he was describing what he saw in a
Yeah.
picture as well. And I don't remember what you were saying.
I don't
but
remember
it
what
was
it was.
so
But I remember
bad.
pointing it out, and your answer was just, "Well," and that was it. And I just died. I could not stop laughing.
That's my
It
answer
was
to a lot.
well, and then like 10 minutes later, I did
I
Google,
did Google it. I'm like, "Well, you did a bad job."
See, I definitely trust Google to autocorrect a lot of the things that
Well, I do too, but you just break the system, my friend.
I'm pretty good
I'm
at
pretty
it.
sure it's your phone.
My phone is really terrible. Most of the time, I cannot receive or send text.
Yeah,
from my own phone.
Dallin didn't get a text from me the other day. Like we play Pokemon Go and we had a
Great
Mewtwo
game.
raid pass. And I texted Dallin in our group chat. He asked, "What's the plan for today?" And I'm like, "Well, we've got our raid at like 5." And then I also said I'd be down to play Magic. And apparently all he got was I'd be down to play Magic. He just totally didn't
I think
get the
it was
part about the raid.
selective reading.
No, because I had
we
to
can
show
show
him
you.
on my phone that I sent that text.
Yeah,
So
we can hold the conversation side by side.
the problem, I tried to pick Pokemon Go back up.
Oh, that's a long.
I don't
back.
have
You
the
wanna do
dedication.
Yeah,
I don't have the. I did it for a week. Like I would walk around the pond by my work
it's
and
such a
catch
fun
all
game.
the Pokemon. But then I ran out of balls.
It
gotta
happens.
spin.
It definitely happens.
I'm not gonna spend money on this game.
No,
And I'm not gonna. It's too much work. I'm not
No,
gonna do it.
I had the luck to live next to a Pokestop before I just moved, so I could go home and
Have you
spin the
checked as soon
Pokestop
as
for
you
like
got
an
there?
hour. My wife checked.
I'm
Yes.
surprised that wasn't part of the contract deal with the apartment. Oh, you're
Well,
having Pokestops next to you. We got to knock $50, $100 off this month.
No, at the old one it was the golf course, so it was right across the street from us. So I would literally just go home and like for an hour every, I think it's like what, 2 minutes,
I think
you
so.
can spin it again.
Mhm.
So I would just sit there and like leave my phone open and spin it
That's-
every time I could just to get all my
Sounds like
Pokeballs
cheating the
back.
system.
It
Now
was.
This is going to be on the internet, and you're going to have everything taken away from
What,
you.
they're
don't
gonna
think that's-
take away a
that's not-
Pokestop?
Yeah, that's not cheating.
Well, you
And,
can't
like,
use it
I
I
mean,
don't
anymore.
live next to it now. Yeah, I gotta walk down to the gym.
What else do you do in church? Like, pretty much, literally every church is a Pokestop or a gym.
It's true.
Yeah,
And so I'm just sitting in church every 2 minutes. I'm spinning my Pokestop, and that's
you got to
Plus,
refill it one
my
point in
wife-
the week.
The
There's
other
always
problem is
something.
that my wife is super not on board with
No,
Pokemon.
yeah, she was very against it when it came out.
And so,
What?
well,
Yeah.
and we were going on a walk. I had invited her to go on a walk with me.
Hmm.
She did not know that I wanted to play Pokemon as the underlying reason for the walk.
Oh, you were
Um,
catching all the Eevees. You had an Eevee
yeah.
nest when I first
Well,
came
this
out.
was when I tried to pick it back up,
Oh, really?
and she got upset because she wanted to talk with me for some reason. I don't know. That's weird.
It's almost like you're married
I
or
know.
something. Gosh.
And so then I put the Pokemon Go away, and we finished our walk, whatever. But yeah, I just don't have the time. And your wife Pokemon's with you, so
Yes,
that
she
makes
does.
it better.
Yep.
Dallin again, single,
Yeah,
hand in
makes
kiss.
it easier.
So yeah, it's not my thing. You guys are also super into Magic, which is
We are super
again not my thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, you like Yu-Gi-Oh. I think you played
I'm
Magic with
addicted
us
to
like
card
what,
games.
twice?
I'll play.
You
I'm
learned
just
how
not
to
gonna
play.
spend money on it ever.
That's
Good
fair.
idea.
Do not go down that rabbit hole. It is a lot of money, and I feel very bad when I realize how much
You
money.
Why
it
do you
is
think
every
I'm
time.
donating plasma?
You understand you're spending money on a paper card, right?
I'm spending
It's
money
cardboard.
on an investment.
You don't even. That's not a thing.
No, that is a thing.
Oh
like,
goodness. Is
Dal-
this
what
is
would
this
you
your brother's
spend on-
plan? May I ask
No,
you?
this is Dallin's plan. What'd you spend on your City Traders? Just
Two-
one card he has 4 copies of.
At $210 a piece.
That
Which-
makes me want to throw up. Are you
That
kidding
that
me
was
right
a
now?
Hang on.
steal.
That was a steal.
You're
I got those
you're
3 months ago.
insane.
Right now, they're worth $280 a piece.
You better sell it now.
No, they're
I need
only
This
going
is a
to
made
go
up
up.
thing.
They're only ever going to go up.
They will
never
never
be
be made again. So for collectors and people that need to use that card for their deck, it only gets more expensive the longer time goes on, and they get in worse condition, or people like lose them
This
or
is just
whatever.
a card that somebody made. I don't understand.
You know,
It's
I
true.
understand baseball cards have done the same thing.
No,
I
no,
just-
no,
I
no,
just
no, no.
Baseball
get it.
cards
Baseball
wither in a
cards,
way.
they are not worth anything
Okay.
unless they are the big name players, and usually it's
Well,
only
yeah.
the rookie cards, and only if they're signed, and they have to be in extremely good condition, and people won't even touch them unless
So
they've
what,
been graded,
The
which you have
Magic
to
cards
spend
don't
money
have to
to
be
do.
in good position. I can.
No, they do.
They do have to be in very good condition. Mine are in really
His
good
are
condition.
in
I was
almost
shocked.
perfect condition.
Yeah, I was really happy.
Buy
Anyways,
gold.
Joe,
Shout out.
you could buy gold. That's
Or you could buy Magic cards. That's not the same thing.
no, but gold value fluctuates.
It
Golds
is.
will not
It's
always go
it's a
up.
more solid investment to
Oh
invest in
my
old
hell.
Magic
Let's
cards.
shut up. Beanie Babies. You're gonna say
that is a great investment.
No, it's
not anymore.
Not anymore.
There are 99 Beanie Babies in that bedroom over
And
there.
are any of them the original, like,
Well,
100?
No, and they're all worth $2. It's not even worth
Exactly.
the time.
Yeah.
Well, the old
But-
ones are only going to get more expensive as time goes on, and people want that specific one.
I think
the Beanie
Beanie
Babies?
Babies.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beanie Babies kind of died. The owner,
No.
though, okay.
Okay, so
Still-
what happens when nobody gives a
still
shit about
just
magic
enough.
cards anymore?
That probably won't ever happen.
Swear to
I
God.
don't see it happen.
I see it happening.
I don't. It's been going for 25 years, and it's bigger
Alright,
than it's ever
I
been.
just-
Yeah,
So-
and Beanie Babies died, and that, like you were saying, this is just paper or cardboard. Why would you invest in it? Beanie Babies is just
I'm not saying invest
beans
in Beanie
inside
Babies.
of a.
No,
I know. I'm just giving it an example.
I mean, here, why invest in gold? It's just a soft metal. It's shiny.
Okay, but that's something that's been
It is.
valuable from the beginning of time.
It
I
conducts
understand.
electricity pretty well.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sure, I'll
you
invest
can't
in
even
copper
say that
next.
about magic. It might help you win a magic match or whatever. the
Listen,
hell
when
it
I
is.
make money off of my magic matches, then that's a great thing. So that's
Okay,
a good
have
investment.
Boy, I wish that would ever happen.
Have
Right?
you made as much money?
No,
back
no.
as
No.
No, I don't think I made any money. I
How
get
much
more
money would you say
cards
you-
for winning.
You spent $210 on a card.
For each card,
You
he
bought
has
two- you
4 of
spent
them.
$420.
No, he spent
Oh.
$840.
I just
you
realized.
did not.
I just realized my parents are probably going to listen to this.
Did you not tell them?
No, of course not.
Because it's stupid.
No, it's a good investment. It-
Just to reiterate.
It's a lot of money,
Just to reiterate.
but it is a good investment.
Yeah, those have each gone up $70 a piece.
You need to sell.
That-
Your parents are gonna make you sell them.
That
Good-
puts me.
He will sell them after he's played them in November.
Yeah.
What is November? What is
I'll
it?
probably. We got a big
We're
tournament.
going to Vegas for a tournament.
Oh yeah.
So after that,
So you're gonna have to find,
probably
like-
won't ever play that deck again.
You're probably going to have to find guest speakers in November.
Yes, podcast.
Yeah.
We can maybe record one
We'll
early.
figure it out
I think it'd be
when
fun.
it comes to that.
Well, especially if we keep. Are we going to keep our routine of recording on Tuesdays, posting
We're
on
not.
Wednesdays?
It's gonna
No.
change a little bit.
So Tuesdays are actually hard for me. I work until midnight.
Most of the time.
Wednesdays are easier. I technically am off at 6.
Well,
so-
we're gonna do Wednesdays until. Aren't you gonna figure out something so we do it on Saturdays?
Yeah, once I get my
How
my
quickly do you
staffing,
think
I'll
that could
figure.
happen?
I just talked to hopefully a new grave staff today, and he
Awesome.
trains on Monday. So,
So just the only
hopefully when
problem
his
with
background
Wednesdays
comes
is
back.
my wife and I don't generally get to spend a lot of time together because she works a couple nights a week.
I
and
understand.
I coach lacrosse for
Yeah.
a high school,
And you have a child.
and I have a child, so that's why Tuesday night's good, is because she works on Tuesday nights, so it just works out good that way. But Saturdays she also works, so yeah. So our release schedule is going to change a little bit. We'll just make sure and keep you guys posted on how it's all going to fall. And once we get into that routine, it'll stay there. So
If we have to record early or whatever, then we will do so.
we'll make it work.
Yeah, Chit the Chat is not a podcast that's too time dependent. Obviously, we'll talk about things
We'll
like
talk about some
Well,
current events,
we'll always
but
launch it
it's
pretty
not
close
like
to when we
we
record it. but-
exactly. So we can record something and release it a couple days later,
right.
so that we can have something to go out every Wednesday or every Saturday, whatever.
Whatever we decide on.
We're gonna find out works
Yeah.
best.
And we can't tell you guys how much we appreciate you listening to this and
No, we've
being
had
able to share with
had
us. So
quite a bit of
it's been
support
super
actually.
fun for this for,
been
for
great.
having only one out.
Yeah.
Any
I
other
think-
news?
Well, I just think that this is fun.
Yeah,
stuff.
This is
as
fun.
do I.
Yeah,
So-
I would happily just do it if no one listens.
We hardly
'Cause
ever had the chance to
Still
hang
want
out
everybody
before.
to listen. Let's
It just
not get
kind
me
of
wrong.
gives us a
Oh
chance.
heck yeah! And I honestly, we talk a lot anyways.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the other
So it's-
the only problem with the podcast is if I ever see you guys, I don't want to talk to you. They don't want to take away from any podcast stories. Like when we were moving, I'm like, oh, I should tell you. No, I don't want to tell you that.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotta write this stuff down.
Yeah, I'm gonna start carrying around a notebook just to write down thoughts and stuff.
So did we talk about your conversation with Jade this week?
Oh, we have not.
Oh yeah.
So in Chit the Chat number 1, Dallin made a remark that really upset my wife. And it's not even, you made 2 remarks.
Well,
I thought that
there
the first
was
one was going to
one-
upset my wife.
No, I understand where she's coming from. It's definitely the second one.
So do you remember what you said?
I think so.
Which one upset my wife? You know?
That I don't need to get to know her.
The
That
I
was
don't
the
need
big
to
one.
get to know her.
Yep.
Yes. So she had not listened to the podcast for a couple of days, and then
Mhm.
she listened to it, and she paused it there and called me because she was very upset with Dallin. That the fact that Dallin said that he
This
does
was a
not need
big
to get
deal.
to know her. Yeah,
Yeah.
quite upset.
It was-
Do you have the text message that my wife sent you?
I do.
I told her just let him have it. I mean, sandpaper, right?
She did. It was one heck of a text.
I'm
I
so
read
excited.
it. It
I
was
sent-
great.
I sent that to my coworker, the message that she sent you,
Why?
because it's hilarious. And I just said, my wife is terrifying.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
mean, you don't need to read it word for word because it's a bit of a brick wall.
Just the first beginning
You
part.
can't talk very well when you read.
so she says, "Hi, Dal pal."
Which is a nickname that you like
Dallin
until we started using it
loves
against
that
you.
name.
I've never liked
He
that
he
name.
loves Dal Pal.
No. Anyway, hi,
Loves
Dal
it.
pal. This is Jade. Not that you would know who this is because apparently you don't know me well, nor do you feel the need to get to know me. But I'm Joe's wife, the mother of Elliot, Joe's daughter,
It's my daughter,
Yes, it is.
16 months old.
the woman who comes and hangs
1-year-old.
out on Sundays and eats burgers, plays games, and also offers to set you up with my friends.
Which she did offer.
She did.
She did offer.
Didn't work out.
It didn't go any
It
further
did
than
not.
that.
No.
I
Well,
liked it.
it didn't.
And
Things
the,
went wrong.
the tone continues for about a good paragraph.
Yeah.
It definitely fills his screen as he's reading it.
Mhm.
She then lists out some things about her so you could get to know her.
Right.
Yeah,
Both
she
of their
says-
favorite colors are orange.
Mhm.
What else is in there?
And now every time Dallin sees her, it's hi, best
My-
friend. How are you?
My favorite color is orange. I love to drink cream soda and Dr. Pepper.
She does.
My favorite shows on TV is Bob's Burgers and the Gilmore Girls. I love animals, especially zebras and turtles. Have a nice day!
Period.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation point. I'm sorry.
Now everyone knows a little bit about Jade.
And I messaged back, "Hi Jade, thank you for your message. I'm glad you enjoyed the podcast. I try really hard on it. I'm glad we have this opportunity to get to know each other, and to have a better, fun, and friendly relationship."
Now, how long did it take you to write that message?
So I was
Now-
at
now,
work.
did
I
you-
I stopped everything. I went to the bathroom. I pulled out my phone and I was thinking.
So you sent this while
really
pooping?
slowly. Well, yeah.
Oh, that won't go over well.
That just
No, that's a good thinking spot.
You don't hit send.
so.
No.
No,
For
I
that
can't
message.
say I was on.
So
No,
how
no, no.
how long did you just soak in that message?
What
Oh,
was
good
your
one.
what were your first thoughts?
I was like, wow, she's really mad. And then I thought, no, this is sarcastic, surely.
No,
And
No,
then I read
it
it again.
is-
Like,
it is
no,
very real.
she's really mad. Well,
So one thing, speaking of pooping,
as we usually do at least once.
yeah, I know this is the pooping podcast. Really, we should change the name.
usually, meaning both times.
One thing
Well,
that I
I'm
so
pretty sure we hit it before.
appreciate about Jace, right? That I appreciate. Probably this is the thing I appreciate about you the most out of anything.
About how honest I am about my pooping.
What
No.
is about to come?
You have great qualities, but this is your best one.
Okay.
I called you
Mhm.
on Friday before he came to help you move.
Yep. You were trying to set up a time to come
Just
over.
trying to figure out,
just
yeah.
figure out where we're at.
Did you answer the phone?
I did not.
Why did you not answer the phone?
I was literally on the toilet pooping.
Because he was pooping.
hmm
And he sends me a message, I'm pooping, I call in a second. Exactly
Yep.
what you said. I believe I sent you a thumb and an okay.
You did.
I'm looking at my phone actually to make sure that's what it said.
I hit the thing, like when it pops up on your phone, you can like hit accept or decline, and then there's like the little message thing, and you can like
That should be one of the
your
messages.
own message.
I'm pooping.
Well, you can. It has like I'll call
So
you
will
in a
that
bit or
save
something
now
like that.
and as one of your messages that you can
No,
respond
I could set
That
up
would
like
be good.
a quick key thing where it would auto
You
correct to that.
That'd
Well,
be a good feature.
that's
So,
probably true.
with? What I'm trying to get at is people who talk to other people while pooping are the worst human beings.
They
on the planet.
really are.
I when I worked at the machine shop, I'd be, sitting there doing my biz
hmm
and somebody would come sit to the stall next to
No,
me.
listen,
And
you
try and start a
do
conversation.
not talk to somebody
And-
that is in the same bathroom as
Yeah,
you.
he's
That's
trying to talk
worse
to me
than
through his grunts while pushing one out. It was horrendous.
that's worse than like talking to someone on the phone while you're pooping.
That is, yeah. So thank you, Jace. I so much appreciate that you. would
Listen,
send me a text
I won't
letting me know
even
that you're
answer the
pooping.
phone in the bathroom if I'm not doing anything in my own home because the echo is weird.
You just don't talk while going in the bathroom.
No.
In fact,
I think I can write
a
text.
major problem.
Well,
for
text
myself.
you don't
That's
have to
different.
say you're pooping.
That's different.
I
Yeah.
do, but I mean
A-
that's not
A
necessary.
major problem for myself is that I'll start to pee,
Mhm.
and then
Decide
I
you have to
need to
poop.
make a phone call,
Oh, okay,
and I misjudge
okay.
of when the pee's going to end versus when I should start the phone
So
call.
you hit the call button in the middle.
So the beginning of the phone call with like my mother
Is zipping up
in
your
the
pants?
background, you can hear. I'm like, I'm trying to finish this up real quick.
Hey, Jace, check your phone.
Check my phone. What'd you send me? Oh my. Damn
What is
So here, I'll show you my phone. So
I've never seen. You've always complained, but I've never seen what happens.
So with iPhone, if you send someone the text "Happy New Year" or "Congratulations," it will do an animation.
Why is this a problem? It sounds like great technology.
It is for Happy New Year only on New Year's. Like, why would you want this right now in the middle of September? Why
who else
stop
encountered
it?
this issue?
I text
Every other person
So you
that
just text
uses
all the
an
time?
I
iPhone.
text him Happy New Year
Yeah,
6 times just now.
I'm gonna do that forever.
And here's
now.
the thing: he's doing it in the text chat with my brother, who also has an iPhone, and he will send congrats back just to make me mad.
Anytime I can't get a hold of you,
You're just
I'm
gonna send
text that
congrats over and over in New
That's
Year's.
awesome.
It's literally the worst feature on iPhone. Like
It'll get your
the
attention.
congrats thing, I understand. Like that's something that can be all year round, whatever. The Happy New Year, why is that on in July and September?
Does
Well,
congrats
that's,
just
I mean,
have
that's
to...
a lot of logic to write in for just that,
Mhm.
to turn it off.
Well,
Does
why
con-
not just turn it on in December?
Well, they'd have to push an update right before your.
They push updates all the time
That's fair.
for
Does-
stupid things.
But that.
Does congrats just have to be in the text, or does it have to be congrats?
I think it has to be congrats, or at least start with it,
Uh-huh.
or
I
else
do
it
QA
doesn't
and
like
I want to test
recognize
this, but
it.
we can do that not during the podcast.
Yeah, we'll do that when we're not sitting here talking.
So I tried a new thing today.
What'd you try?
Jade and I went shopping.
Okay, so
Very
shopping
much
is the new
Isn't
thing.
a new thing in itself
Okay.
sometimes. A lot of times we like to just go eat out because cooking is hard.
We guys go shopping.
But we went shopping at Smith's and we walked in and they have little scan and go things. Like
Okay,
you
I've
grab
been-
the thing, you scan
I've been
it.
really curious about those.
Horrible
but
experience.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
I was
Yeah.
really hoping that you weren't going to say it's the best thing in the
Well,
world.
you know, I'm all about finding technology to make already ridiculous, easy first world things even easier,
Mhm.
right? This was not fun. So I grabbed one and couldn't get it to scan.
Okay,
So I went back and grabbed another one and
Okay.
couldn't get it to scan. But I really wanted to do this.
Mhm.
right.
So I
you,
grabbed the third
to try
one
it out.
and it did scan.
Okay, so that one worked.
Right.
So
But my whole take on this is, wow, I really don't have to talk to anybody in this store.
right, that's the goal.
Right. So, but we were grocery shopping, so we had to get some produce items.
Okay,
And so when you scan that, it says you have to weigh it at the thing,
that's
Okay.
annoying.
which would be fine.
You have to have somebody come check it for
They
you.
have to come weigh
Yeah,
it at the thing.
because if not, you can just put in whatever number you want.
Yeah. Also, I guess it's like scan bag. That's what it's called.
You're
It's like
supposed
scan
to
bag
have
and
the
go or something like that.
bags?
You're supposed to have the bags, which I didn't. So I get up to the
Because who
thing.
has the bags?
Exactly. I get
I
up
mean,
to
we're in Utah, so if we were in California, we would have our own bags.
Right.
Because it's
Well, I guess you
is
can-
it like you can't use
I don't-
plastic bags now?
I don't know.
Or did they like
well,
change
and
that
you
back?
can buy 99-cent reusable
Yeah.
bags at
Right.
the scan, grab, and go.
My
Yeah.
wife will do that at Petco, like when
As-
or PetSmart or whatever we shop at. Whenever she gets the cat food, and we'll just have these random pet bags around the house. And I'm like, when are we ever going to reuse?
Well, but
this?
that's just they just wanted my money is all they wanted,
Right.
For a plastic bag. It was still plastic.
Oh, it's still plastic.
But anyway, so I get up to the front register, and I'm trying to put stuff in bags,
Mhm.
and it's yelling at me that I'm putting stuff in bags. I'm like, I know,
Isn't
I'm
that the
doing the
point?
scanny, grabby, goey thingy. Like it was.
So how does it know that you're putting it in bags?
Because I had to set the stuff on it's at the regular scan it yourself register or
Okay.
whatever. So it already has that like weight system in.
Right.
That gets mad at you all the time for no
Right,
reason.
because it doesn't know
Yeah.
how to weigh things.
So really though, what's the advantage of grab, scan, and bag
If you have
when
all
you
these
could just
problems.
grab and then go to the register
Listen.
and you're scanning it yourself? Don't have to talk to
I-
anybody anyways. I had to talk to more people. Than I
I
would have
do
anyways.
not like self checkout.
Really?
I prefer having somebody scan my items.
You hate talking to people.
I do. I don't talk to them. They'll ask me how my day is. I'll say, "Fine, how's yours?" And that'll be it. That's all.
You
we
still
say.
had to have an interaction.
Right. But if that's the entire experience, it's way better than sitting there yelling at the register. It's in the damn bag,
Oh,
like
I guess
over
that's
and
fair.
Swear
over.
jar.
And right.
Why did you just send me Happy New Year, Dallin? It doesn't work for
to
me.
see if it works?
He sent it
He
twice.
sent it. He
Dude.
sent it in the group chat.
To annoy
Oh.
Jace.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Anyway, so I have less interaction with a thing that I hate if I just go to the human,
Yeah.
which
I totally
is
disagree.
weird. But I definitely do not like the self checkouts. If they worked how they should,
They're way
they
better
would be
now.
great. listen, they are way better than like 2 years ago, even.
Exactly.
Like, before, it was like you'd scan something, you'd wait 10 minutes for it to actually find the item.
no good.
And if you're ever buying anything that doesn't have a tag, like vegetables or something, like you have to go in and search it. Like, at least it's missed. Like, if you start typing in, it will like refine the searches while you're
I was
typing,
hoping the scan, grab, and go would resolve that issue.
Right.
No, it makes it way worse.
Worse.
So can I tell you the best thing about the scan, grab, and go?
Yeah, have you used it?
No. So Walmart has it.
How would you know then?
Walmart has it set up, and they've changed their grocery carts so that you can.
So they have that
they have
stupid
slot on the
attachment
side.
to
this
it
is
that
the
is
first
the
time I've
most
ever seen this.
annoying thing in the
The
world.
first time I ever saw it was at Smith's today.
Your shopping experience will be changed forever, Jace. A
It
cell phone,
fits your phone.
A cell phone
That's
fits
what it's
right
for.
there,
When-
and you can play Pokemon Go as you shop.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So when I first saw
Okay,
this
I'm on
thing
board
sticking
now.
out the cart, that's what I thought it was for.
I
How cool, a
literally-
phone holder.
I
But Jane
would
and I
grab
both have
phones.
XL phones,
Also,
Oh, yeah.
don't.
so it doesn't fit in.
Doesn't
Yeah.
fit.
No, I literally avoid those carts because it has this stupid little thing sticking out of it. I got
now
one
you
more
know.
thing I have to worry about while I'm shopping, but yet now that I can play
What do you mean you
Pokemon
have
Go
to worry
while
about
I
it? You
push
don't
my
even have
cart
to worry
around.
about it. It's just there. It's not like it moves around.
No, but if I'm like grabbing something off the shelf or something, I turn and I smack it every time
I
because
feel like you're worrying about a problem that's never going to happen.
no, that literally happens. Like I have to go shopping
don't
for
think
work
so.
with
I'm
my
with you, Joe.
clients,
Liar
and
face.
no, they go shopping for like 2 weeks at a time for like 4 people. So we got a lot of shopping that we got to do. So I'm like grabbing this off the shelf, grabbing
They
that
have
off the
these at
shelf,
Walmart?
and I'll
I've
like
never seen this
smack
before.
it on the
It's
cart
by Walmart.
at least like 5 times every time that we go.
Hmm.
Like, I avoid those carts for that
Of course, the Walmart by my house, they'll just steal the things.
reason. That's fair.
So one thing we like to do on the podcast, we did this last week as well, is to share a wacky news headline of the day. And so today's news headline is crack pipe vending machines found in Long Island, which I think is beautiful.
Okay.
I love the elusive crackpot vending machine is finally been
Crack
found.
pipes.
Just the pipes.
Crack pipes. That makes sense because obviously
You're not going
crack's
to leave your
illegal to sell.
product out there.
it's illegal to sell. The pipes are definitely legal to sell.
Yeah.
But only as like bases.
Well, crack pipe was in quotes. In
Yeah.
this
yeah,
news
because
headline.
you can't admit that it's used for drugs. That is against
Right,
the
because
law.
then it's paraphernalia.
Yeah, so you sell it as a vase.
A very
Well,
small
so this is like
base.
it's like it says insert $2 to get a pen-shaped device that has the items required to construct a pipe used to smoke crack cocaine.
That's
Well, it's not selling crack.
that sounds
pipes.
legitimate.
It's selling
A
the
pen
utensils to create crack pipes.
Okay,
What did it say? A pen holder?
They were actually repurposed tampon dispensers.
great.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
I mean,
I would
I've
rather
seen
use, like, an
I've
apple.
seen a lot of people use apples for bongs.
Yeah.
Like that's like a popular thing at Roy High.
Oh, poor Roy High people.
Well, listen, like when that was where the bus would pick us up
Yeah,
for
you would
like
see it pretty consistently.
like there were like 6 people eating apples at 7 a.m. You're like,
Smoking
what
so-
are you doing?
Here's my favorite part about this article.
About the vending machine.
This is from Councilman Michael. I'm not going to try and say his last name. It is not illegal to sell the pens, and it is not illegal to sell a pipe. But they are considered drug paraphernalia, and they were being dispensed from a machine that was installed illegally per town code. So they're upset that the machine was installed,
The machine was
Not that it
not
was-
for town code. So if they had gone to city
If they
council
had
and said,
gotten
"Ah,
their-
we've got
their
this
permit.
Yeah, a vending
machine,
machine.
it sells some pens with some stuff in it," then it would have been fine. That was not the problem. The crack pipe was not the problem. It's just the machine was there.
That was my question: is where did they get a machine? Like, did they buy a repurposed candy machine?
It was probably
That's what you would
well,
think, but instead they went with the tampon machine.
I
Probably
remember in elementary
is that a
school they
picture?
used to have
Yeah,
they used to have machines that would like dispense like erasers and
I'll see
pencils
if I
and
can
stuff
send
for
it
like
to
a
you.
quarter.
Oh,
I'm imagining it was one of those. So they're old. They aren't in the schools anymore because the school's not buying a bunch of erasers for the kids to buy. Because
no one uses erasers.
does anybody do worksheets in school?
Because on
anymore?
your tablet you can just backspace.
Like, right.
I'll
So-
send a picture of these crack pipe machines to Dallin. He'll put it in the YouTube video.
Well, what do they look like for us? You haven't shown us.
Well, I gotta find it first.
Okay.
They're in a
Way-
video right
Way
now.
to be prepared, Joe.
I know. I just saw the great headline of crack pipes.
He,
It's gotta
he
sound-
literally said,
Not
"I'll
the-
find this picture for you," and then scrolled around, and then he put down his phone, and then said that he was going to send it to Dallin
Find it
without
after.
showing us. Okay.
I want you to use your imaginations like everybody who's.
Well, I'm assuming that it's one of those machines I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Anybody that went to Country View knows what I'm talking about.
I'm sure there's many listeners who went to Country View Elementary.
They all got their quarters and they were stoked about collecting all the different erasers. I remember there were like wiener dogs and toothbrushes in there. Like,
that's exciting.
It
What?
was. No, when you got like the purple toothbrush and like the green wiener dog, like that was it.
That's the perfect
You're
combination
set.
right there.
I remember the vending machines in junior high school was like a game, like a sport. There would be kids that didn't bring their lunch,
Mhm.
and they would just crowd around the vending machines. And every time someone walked up with $1, everyone's like, "What's he gonna get?" And they're like, "Oh, Jordan, he's infamous for his monsters. Is he gonna go for the monster today? Oh, he pulls out a 5."
Ooh, a $5.
He got-
See now.
he
if
got
somebody,
3
If
monsters
somebody
this
pulled out a
week.
5 around me, I was asking him for the rest of the dollars. I was so I hated that about myself. Now that I think back about it, but that was what was my lunch. Was
Yeah.
wandering around asking people for $1 so I could have Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
I think I
all.
got a free bag of pretzels out of
That
those
was- that was it.
vending
That
machines.
is, yeah. You were part of the vending
Yes,
machine.
it was
game,
part of the
I
problem.
remember in junior high.
When I remember one time specifically when I had found the required $1 in order to buy some garden salsa sun chips, which are the only
The
kind of sun
only
chips.
good sun chips, yes.
So I had spent this $1, and it didn't come out. It like spun and it got stuck.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was walking around the corner at the same time as I was beating the shit out of this machine. I was so mad.
Swear jar.
Sorry, my bad.
Dallin's good at catching this at least.
Yeah.
We'll have our tallies at the end.
That's how we make money. Off the
No,
podcast.
that's how we buy new equipment.
Taking it from each other.
I mean, it's just like the tax. You just got to pay your 25 cents a swear, and you're good.
Well, all in all, vending machines are definitely meant for candy and not for drugs. Don't do drugs, people. Don't affiliate with paraphernalia.
I do think that a crack cocaine drug machine is better use because you can make something else out of the crack pipe, right?
Can
Yeah,
you?
a pen holder or tampon
Exactly.
dispenser.
That's still a better use than a damn sun chips thing doesn't work.
That's fair.
Well, with Joe's frustration to the sun chips that don't work, I think we can wrap up for today. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We hope that you definitely subscribe. That's the biggest way to get our name out there, to help other people see us and help our podcast get bumped up into the search reviews. We need subscribers. Views, comments, reviews, all those things on Spotify and Google Play are other formats that we're on. Please do check us out, pump us up, and thank you very much for listening.
Thanks, guys.